Here's the truth, I'm 42, and I'm scared to sleep without a gun under my pillow. My name's Jacob Ramsey, and for 15 years I've been a bodyguard, private security for Apex, protecting the kind of people who don't get named in the news. I've stood in front of CEOs, politicians, and one whistleblower who turned my world upside down. I thought I knew trust, thought I knew loyalty. I was wrong. Looking back, I see the cracks, but when you're in it, you miss the obvious. You think the job's about muscle, but it's about faith, in your team, your boss, your gut. Mine's been shot to hell. It started 3 months ago, guarding Elena Vos, 30, a whistleblower with a target on her back. She was exposing some corporate giant, fraud, money laundering, the kind of stuff that gets people killed. My job was simple: keep her alive. Apex gave me the rundown: safe house rotations, encrypted comms, no questions. I'd done it 100 times. Elena was sharp, though. Too sharp. She'd stare at you like she was reading your soul, then crack a joke to throw you off. I liked her. That was my first mistake. We were in a safe house outside Philly, a rundown spot with creaky floors and bad lighting. Me, Elena, and Mike Torres, my partner for a decade. Mike's 38, built like a tank, loyal as they come. Or so I thought. That night, I caught Elena pacing, muttering about leaks. I brushed it off. Clients get paranoid. But her eyes, she wasn't scared. She was expecting something. That's the twist that haunts me. She knew something I didn't. Then it hit. 2 a.m., windows shattered, bullets tore through the walls. I grabbed Elena, dragged her to the panic room. Mike was screaming over comms, but something was off. His voice was too calm, like he was reading a script. We made it out barely. Hiding in a motel now, I keep replaying it. Apex sold us out. My own people. The ones I'd take a bullet for. Elena's safe, for now, but I'm not. I trusted the wrong side, and it's eating me alive. I check the locks every hour, jump at every noise. I'm not cut out for this anymore. I thought I was protecting her, but what if she's playing me too? I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm terrified, of her, of Apex, of what I missed. I don't know who's coming for me next. Looking back, I thought I had everything under control. 15 years in private security, working for Apex, a firm that didn't advertise but got calls from people with private jets. I'd seen it all: drunk CEOs yelling at galas, diplomats dodging cameras, even a tech bro who wanted me to carry his vape. I was good at it. Ex-army, built to handle threats, I could stare down trouble or talk my way out. The job was routine: check the client, scan the room, sleep when you can. That rhythm felt like power, like I was untouchable. Apex was home after my divorce 5 years ago. No kids, just the job. My boss, Tom Carver, was a slick talker in tailored suits. He'd slap your back, call you brother, make you feel essential. I bought it. Then there was Mike Torres, my partner for a decade. We'd face bar fights, car chases, a bomb scare in Miami. He was the guy who'd share his last cigarette at 3 a.m. on a stakeout. We had each other's backs. That's what I believed. Clients were a mixed bag. Some were decent, others treated you like a prop. I'd stand close, earpiece in, catching every whisper, every glance. You learn to read people. Like Elena Vos, before it all went to hell. She was different, witty, sharp, like she was always one step ahead. I'd drive her to meetings, watch her charm lawyers while scribbling notes she never shared. I'd joke with her to keep things light. "You're gonna outsmart us all," I'd say. Her smile never reached her eyes. The job seemed solid back then. Wake up, check gear, brief with the team. Apex had protocols, encrypted phones, coded routes, safe houses nobody could touch. I trusted the system. Tom would hand me a file, say, "Keep this one close," and I'd nod like a soldier. But there were signs I ignored. Tom never answered questions about funding. Mike started taking calls in private, muttering about family stuff. I let it slide. Loyalty blinds you like that. I was cocky, thought I could spot danger a mile away. But looking back, I missed it all. Elena's late-night pacing wasn't just nerves. Mike's quick glances weren't just him being jumpy. Tom's charm felt rehearsed if you stared too long. I thought I was in charge, protecting people, doing right. But I was just a pawn on someone else's board, moved where they wanted. Now, hiding in this motel, I see it clear. I was never calling the shots. That truth burns worse than the bullets that night. Here's what happened that night, the one that broke everything. I was in the safe house outside Philly, a crumbling shack Apex swore was secure. Me, Elena Vaz, and Mike Torres holed up like rats. It was 2 a.m., the air heavy with damp rot. Elena was pacing again, muttering about leaks, her eyes darting like she knew something was coming. I told her to relax, that we had it covered. God, I was so wrong. I trusted Apex, trusted Mike, trusted the system. But trust is a knife when it's misplaced. It started with a hum, like a car engine too close. Then glass exploded, windows, bottles, everything. Bullets ripped through the walls, wood splintering like it was paper. I grabbed Elena, shoved her toward the panic room. My heart was pounding, but training kicked in: move, cover, survive. Mike was on comms, yelling about intruders, but his voice, it was off, too steady, like he wasn't shocked. I didn't have time to think. I dragged Elena into the panic room, slammed the steel door. We crouched in the dark, her breathing fast but weirdly calm. They found us, she whispered, not a question. Like she'd been waiting. The attack stopped as fast as it started. Silence, then sirens in the distance. I checked the cams. Masked figures were gone, leaving bullet holes and chaos. Mike was outside, claiming he'd fought them off. But something didn't add up. Apex's safe houses were airtight. Nobody should have known we were there. I started replaying it. How'd they get our location? Why was Mike so calm? Elena's eyes kept burning into me, like she was daring me to ask her something. I didn't. I should have. When we got out, Tom Carver called. Bad intel, he said, cool as ice. We're looking into it. Looking back, his voice was too smooth, like he'd rehearsed it. I wanted to believe him, wanted to think it was a fluke. But doubt crept in, cold and heavy. Had Apex sold us out? Was Mike in on it? I'd spent years trusting them, taking bullets for the team. Now I was questioning everything. Elena sat there, watching me, not saying a word. That silence was worse than the gunfire. I got her to a motel, new location, no Apex. But I couldn't shake it. I'd failed her, failed myself. If I'd seen the signs, Mike's calls, Tom's evasions, could I have stopped it? I kept seeing those bullets, hearing Elena's calm whisper. I was supposed to protect her, but I was blind. The job was my life, and now it felt like a lie. I'm still kicking myself for not asking questions, for trusting too long. That night cracked me open, and I don't know if I'll ever trust my gut again. I keep telling myself it wasn't what it looked like. That night in the safe house, bullets flying, Elena's calm whisper, it had to be a mistake. Apex couldn't sell us out. I've been with them too long, taken too many risks. They're my team. But the more I try to convince myself, the more it unravels. I'm sitting in this motel, staring at a cracked ceiling, and I feel like an idiot for even thinking it. Shame's eating me up, not just for failing Elena, but for wanting to believe the lie. Tom Carver called the next day, his voice all business. Glitch in the system, he said. Wrong people got the address. We're handling it. Handling it? I wanted to scream. Bullets don't come through walls by accident. But I nodded, muttered, got it, like a good soldier. He kept talking, saying I was overreacting, that Mike had it under control. Mike, who was too calm that night, who didn't even flinch when the glass shattered. I asked Tom point blank. How'd they find us? He laughed it off. You're stressed. Take a day. Like I was some rookie freaking out over nothing. Mike was worse. Met him at a diner, away from Apex. I needed answers. His eyes wouldn't meet mine. Bad luck, he mumbled, picking at his fries. Happens sometimes. Happens? I wanted to grab him, shake him, ask why his voice sounded scripted during the attack. But I didn't. I sat there, sipping coffee, pretending it made sense. I kept thinking about Elena, how she didn't scream, didn't panic. She just watched me, like she was waiting for me to catch up. I asked her later, in the motel, if she thought Apex screwed us. She shrugged, said, You tell me. That cut deep. She saw I was blind. I'm ashamed I didn't push harder. I should have called Tom out, demanded files, anything. Instead, I let them gaslight me. Told myself it was a one-off, that loyalty meant sticking it out. But survivor's guilt is real. I keep seeing those bullet holes, hearing the glass. I got Elena out, but what if I'd missed something? What if they come back? I was supposed to keep her safe, and I barely did. Now I'm doubting every call I made, every instinct. I trusted Apex, trusted Mike, and now I'm stuck in this motel, jumping at shadows, hating myself for not seeing it sooner. I want to believe it was a mistake, but deep down, I know. They played me, and I let them. I'm still in this motel, curtains drawn, listening for footsteps that might not come. The safe house attack should have been enough to make me bolt, but I didn't. I kept digging, hoping I was wrong about Apex, about Mike, about everything. Looking back, the signs were screaming at me, piling up like unpaid bills. Red flags everywhere, lies, half-truths, glances that didn't add up. But I just sat there, frozen, watching the world I trusted turn rotten. The stakes are higher now, and I'm still not sure what to do. Elena's the one who started cracking it open. She'd sit in the motel, typing on her laptop, her face lit by the screen's glow. "They're watching us," she'd say, not looking up. I thought she was paranoid, but then I caught her slipping a burner phone into her bag. "Why'd she need that?" I asked, and she just smirked, said, "Insurance." "Insurance for what?" She wouldn't say. Then I found a USB drive tucked under her mattress while checking the room. I didn't touch it, but it burned a hole in my head. Was she hiding something from me, or was it for Apex? Mike was another crack. He called, said we should meet again. Clear the air. But his texts were off, short, clipped, like he was typing under someone's eye. I met him anyway, at a gas station lot, middle of nowhere. He looked jumpy, kept checking his phone. "It's fine," he said, but his hands shook. I asked about the safe house, pushed harder this time. He snapped, "Drop it, man. You're digging a hole." That wasn't Mike. Not the guy I knew. It hit me. He was scared, or worse, he was in on it. I walked away, heart pounding, feeling eyes on my back. Then there was Tom. He sent an encrypted email, all corporate bullshit. "Return to base. Debrief required." No mention of the attack, no apology. I ignored it, but then my phone lit up with a voicemail from an unknown number. Just static, then a voice, low, unfamiliar, saying, "You're out of your depth." Click. I played it 10 times, each time colder. Apex knew where I was. They had to. The safe house wasn't a fluke, it was a warning. And I'm just sitting here, guarding Elena, pretending I can still do this job. The stakes are suffocating now. Elena's not just a client, she's a fuse, and I'm tied to it. If Apex is dirty, I'm a loose end. Mike's not talking, Tom's not explaining, and that USB drive keeps nagging at me. I haven't acted, too scared, too ashamed of how blind I've been. But I can't stay still forever. Something's coming, and I'm not ready. All I know is the world I built my life on is a lie, and I'm too deep to just walk away. Here's where it all broke open, where I couldn't hide anymore. I was in the motel with Elena, the air thick with cheap coffee and mistrust. I'd been dodging the truth, about Apex, Mike, her, but that night, it hit me like a fist. I couldn't keep pretending. The red flags, the lies, that damn USB drive under her mattress, they were screaming at me. I had to know what Elena was hiding, even if it tore everything apart. So I confronted her, and what she said changed everything. It was late. The motel room lit by a flickering lamp. Elena was on her laptop again, typing like her life depended on it. I was done with her half-answers. "What's the USB, Elena?" I asked, voice low, standing over her. She didn't flinch, just closed the laptop and looked up, eyes like knives. "You're finally asking," she said, almost amused. That pissed me off. I snapped, "No more games. Did you know about the safe house? About Apex?" She leaned back, cool as ever, and said, "I needed you to fail." My stomach dropped. She explained, voice steady, that she'd leaked the safe house location herself. She was bait, drawing out Apex's betrayal to prove they were dirty. I was her shield, her decoy, meant to take the heat while she gathered proof, files, recordings, names. That USB? It was her evidence, enough to burn Apex to the ground. "You were loyal," she said. "I needed that. They had to think you'd protect me no matter what." I felt sick. I'd risked my life, thought I was saving her, but I was just a pawn in her plan. I wanted to hate her, to walk away, but I couldn't. She showed me the USB's files, emails, payments, proof Apex was selling out clients to the highest bidder. Tom's name was all over it. Mike's too. My team, my family, they'd played me. I sat there, head spinning, guilt and rage choking me. I'd been blind, not just Apex, but to her. I'd failed at my job, not by letting her die, but by not seeing the game. The stakes were real now. Her evidence could get us both killed. I had to choose, stick with Elena, knowing she used me, or cut and run, knowing Apex would hunt me. I stayed. Not for her, but because I couldn't let Tom win. That moment cracked me open. I wasn't just a bodyguard anymore. I was in too deep, tied to her fight. But as I watched her plug that USB back in, I wondered if I'd just picked the wrong side again. Everything fell apart after Elena's confession. I was still reeling from her words, that USB drive burning a hole in my conscience. I'd been played by her, by Apex, by everyone. The fallout hit fast, like a car crash you see coming but can't stop. Apex cut me loose, my phone's blowing up with threats, and I'm alone, holed up in a new motel, wondering who I can trust. Spoiler, nobody. The life I built is gone, and I'm left picking up the pieces, dodging shadows. Tom called the morning after I confronted Elena. "You're off the job," he said, voice flat. "No, brother, this time." I asked why, pushed for answers about the safe house. He hung up. An hour later, my Apex email was locked, my access codes dead. 15 years, and they ghosted me like I was nothing. Then the text started, unknown numbers, saying things like, "Stay quiet," or, "You're next." I smashed my phone, got a burner, but the fear is still there, clawing at me. I keep checking the door, the windows, expecting Apex to send someone to tie up loose ends. Mike was the real gut punch. I reached out, one last time, sent a text. "Talk to me, man," he replied. "You fucked up. Don't drag me down." That was it. My brother, the guy I trusted with my life, turned his back. Was he scared, or was he in on it from the start? I'll never know. It hurts worse than the threats, knowing he chose them over me. Elena's the only one still here, but it's not loyalty. She needs me to keep her alive until she can use that USB. I'm her shield, nothing more. Isolation's the worst part. No team, no backup, just me and Elena in this shitty motel. I can't go home. Apex knows where I live. My bank account's frozen, some error, but I know it's them. I've got a couple grand in cash, enough to keep moving, but for how long? Elena's still typing away, planning her next move, but she won't share it. "You don't need to know," she says, and I'm too tired to argue. I'm not even sure I'm protecting her anymore, just surviving. The fallout's not just external. I'm falling apart inside, hating myself for trusting Apex, for not seeing Mike's betrayal, for letting Elena use me. I thought I was the guy who kept people safe, but I'm just a mark, played by everyone. The threats keep coming, the walls feel closer, and I'm stuck with a client who's more dangerous than the people after us. I don't know who's coming for me, but they're close. I can feel it. I'm running on fumes, heart pounding like it's gonna burst. Clarity doesn't come in a quiet moment. It hits when you're cornered, when the world's closing in. 3 days after Apex cut me loose, I'm on the move with Elena, dodging shadows in a beat-up sedan. No more motels, too risky. Last night, I spotted a black SUV tailing us, no plates, just like Apex's fleet. I floored it, lost them in an alley, but it was too close. That's when it clicked. I'm not just a loose end, I'm a target. And Elena's not just a client, she's the key to why. We're in a warehouse now, some abandoned spot outside Baltimore. Elena's got her laptop out, USB plugged in, uploading files to some encrypted server. I'm watching the exits, gun in hand, every creak making me jump. The pressure's crushing, but it's sharpening my head. Apex wants her dead for what's on that drive, proof they've been selling out clients for years. And me? I'm the idiot who kept her alive long enough to make them nervous. I see it now, Tom's fake charm, Mike's betrayal, the safe house setup. It's not just corruption, it's a machine, and I was a cog until I wasn't. I made a choice last night, under fire. The SUV caught up, headlights blinding us on a back road. I swerved into a ditch, told Elena to run. She didn't. She stood there, gun in her hand, where'd she even get it, and fired back. 2 shots, and the SUV peeled out. "You're not the only one who can fight," she said, breathless but steady. That's when I knew, she's not just a whistleblower, she's a player, and I'm still catching up. But I also realized I can't walk away. Not because of her, but because Apex thinks I know too much. They're not wrong. The clarity's brutal. I'm not protecting Elena out of duty, I'm surviving. Every move now is about staying one step ahead. She's uploading her files to take Apex down, but I'm the one they'll hit first. I check my gun, count the rounds, 6 left. The warehouse is cold, and every sound feels like a threat. I asked Elena if she'd sell me out like she used me before. She looked me dead in the eye. Not if you keep me alive. Fair enough. But as I watch her type, I know we're both running out of time. The fight's coming, and I'm finally seeing the board, not just the pieces. I couldn't just keep running. The warehouse, Elena's files, the SUV chasing us, it was all closing in. I'd been a pawn too long, played by Apex, by Elena, even by my own damn loyalty. Last night, I decided to hit back, not with a press conference or some loud whistleblower stunt, but quiet, personal, and dangerous. I went after Tom Carver, the head of the Snake, to get answers or end this. It was reckless, but sitting still was killing me more than the threats. Elena was still uploading her files, talking about servers in Europe, safe from Apex. I didn't care about her plan anymore. I needed to face the truth, not her truth, but mine. I knew Tom's routine, late nights at Apex's downtown office, no guards after midnight. I left Elena in the warehouse, told her to stay put. She didn't argue, just gave me that look, like she knew I was walking into a trap but wouldn't stop me. Don't die, she said. I didn't reply. I drove to the office, hard hammering, my last 6 rounds in the clip. The building was dark, just a glow from Tom's corner office. I slipped in through a loading dock, avoiding cameras I'd helped install. The place felt wrong, too quiet, like it was waiting. I found Tom at his desk, whiskey in hand, files spread out. He didn't flinch when I walked in, gun low but ready. Knew you'd come, he said, smirking. I demanded answers. Why the safe house? Why me? Why sell out Elena? He laughed, cold. You're small time. Always were. We needed her exposed, not dead. You were just collateral. Collateral. That word burned. 15 years, and I was nothing to him. I wanted to pull the trigger, but he kept talking, about clients, money, power. Apex wasn't just dirty, it was a front for bigger players, people I'd never see. He offered me a deal, walk away, keep my mouth shut, get a payout. I saw Mike's name on one of his files, marked handled. My gut twisted. I didn't shoot, but I grabbed his phone, smashed his laptop, and told him to call off his dogs. He just smiled. Too late for that. I left, adrenaline pumping, knowing I'd stirred the hornet's nest. Back at the warehouse, Elena was still there, files done. She didn't ask what happened, just nodded. I'd taken a stand, but for what? Tom's words stuck. I'm small time, and they're not done with me. I've got his phone, but it's a ticking bomb. I made my move, but I'm not sure it changed anything, except now they know I'm not running scared anymore. I thought confronting Tom would change things, maybe give me some control. It didn't. I'm still on the run, Elena's still a ticking bomb, and Apex is closer than ever. The fallout's not over, it's just getting messier. I'm in a new city now, some nowhere town with one gas station and a diner that smells like grease. We ditched the warehouse after Tom's phone started pinging with messages, coded, untraceable, but they know I have it. Every day feels like borrowed time, and I'm stuck in this limbo, waiting for the next hit. Elena's files are out there, uploaded somewhere she won't name. She says it's enough to cripple Apex, but nothing's happened yet, no news, no arrests, just silence. She's quieter now, less sharp, like she's carrying her own weight. I caught her staring out the diner window, fingers tight around her coffee mug. They'll come for us, she said, not looking at me. I didn't argue. She's right. Apex doesn't let loose ends dangle. I keep Tom's phone off, battery out, but I'm tempted to turn it on, see what they're planning. It's a stupid risk, but sitting here doing nothing feels worse. The threats haven't stopped. Last night, a car idled outside our motel, engine low, headlights off. I watched through the blinds, gun ready, until it drove off. Could have been nothing, could have been them. My cash is running low, down to a few hundred. Elena's got nothing, says her accounts are watched. We're ghosts, moving from one dive to another, but ghosts get caught eventually. I keep wondering about Mike. Is he out there, hunting me? Or is he just another pawn, used up like me? I'll never get answers, and that burns. The worst part is the dread. It's not just Apex, it's the not knowing. Are they tracking the phone? Did Elena's files even make a dent? Am I protecting her or just delaying the inevitable? I look at her sometimes, typing away, and wonder if she's still playing me. She says she trusts me, but her eyes don't. I don't blame her. I don't trust myself anymore. My instincts, my training, all useless against this mess. I'm just a guy with a gun and no plan, waiting for the hammer to drop. There's no resolution here, no clean escape. We're alive, but that's not winning. The air is heavy, like a storm's coming, and I can't shake the feeling I've missed something big. Maybe it's on Tom's phone, maybe it's Elena, maybe it's me. All I know is we're not safe, and we never will be. There's no ending to this, no big win or clean getaway. I'm still here, in this nowhere town, with Elena and a gun that feels heavier every day. The fight with Apex, Elena's files, Tom's phone, it's all just noise now, a storm that never breaks. I've accepted it, safety's a lie, and I'm not the guy who gets to walk away. I'm not a hero, not a victim, just someone who saw too much and didn't look away fast enough. The dread's a part of me now, like breathing. We're in another motel, the kind with thin walls and a buzzing neon sign. Elena's still typing, still chasing her war against Apex, but I don't ask about it anymore. Her fight's not mine, not really. I'm just keeping her alive, or maybe keeping myself alive through her. The threats haven't stopped. Another car lingered outside last night, engine idling, then gone. My last few bucks bought us burner phones and bad coffee. Tom's phone sits in my bag, battery out, a grenade I can't throw. I turned it on once, saw a message. You can't hide forever. I haven't touched it since. I keep thinking about Mike, about trust, about how I used to believe in the job. That's gone, stripped away like paint. Elena's the only one left, but it's not loyalty, it's survival. She looks at me sometimes, like she's sorry. But she never says it. I don't need her to. I know what I am to her, a shield, a means to an end. And I'm okay with that, because it's all I've got left. The world's too big, too dirty, to outrun. I don't sleep much. Every creak, every shadow, pulls me awake. I check the locks, the windows, my gun, 5 rounds now, after a scare in an alley. Apex is out there, or someone worse. Elena's files might have hurt them, or they might have just pissed them off. Either way, I'm the one they'll find first. I've stopped hoping for a way out. This is my life now, moving, watching, waiting. I used to think I could fix things, make them right. Now I know better. The game's rigged, and I'm not the one holding the cards. I don't know what's next, and maybe that's the point. No redemption, no answers, just the road and the weight of what I've seen. I'm not safe, never will be. And yet, every time I get in the car, I still check the backseat.